What's up, guys? It's Goober Studes, and on today's message, I just finished 200 push-up meditation, and I'm gonna show you how to get filthy rich in 2024 with this online system. This is not crypto. This is not drop shipping. This is not affiliate marketing. This is not social media marketing. Now, I've done all those things. I've done drop shipping. I have my own private labels now. I do run an e-commerce store. I did successfully do social media marketing for 6 years, and I'm currently actively trading crypto. And I'm here to tell you that there is a better way, what I think is the future and the most sustainable way to earn filthy amounts of money being yourself and creating your own ecosystem that I don't hear many people talking about. Either they don't know about it or they just don't think it's useful because it's not a silver bullet that's going to get you results overnight, but instead it's something you cultivate over years but can later build your own ecosystem that makes you money saying what you want and doing what you want. And what I like to call, what I refer to this as, the business lifestyle platform. And I'm going to show you how, I'm going to teach you how to make one today. So if you're a scrappy entrepreneur, listen up. You've probably heard of content marketing, but this is content marketing on a whole new different level. A lot of us think of content as just social media, which if you've ever tried to produce content on social media, you see that your posts get lost in the feed after a certain amount of time. But what you should really be focused on is evergreen content and creating an own umbrella for yourself. Now, what I want you to do is close your eyes for a minute and imagine a future scenario. Look, my eyes are closed. And what I want you to picture is, imagine you wake up every day, you have your own schedule, you don't answer to no one, okay? You can go to the park at 1 p.m. on a Wednesday and do what you want, do some push-ups, and come back and at home and you're just making money. And how you make the money is entirely up to what you decide. So you can take your favorite things in the world, your quirkiest things that you think have no relevance into turning into a business, and then imagine that paying you, $12,000, $20,000, $80,000, maybe even $1 million a year. But if you're scrappy like me, you would rather make 20K on your own terms than making 50K working for someone else. If you're making 20K a year, being an idiot, how amazing is that? So think about, I want you to imagine your most quirkiest favorite thing in the world that, take money aside, just imagine that. Imagine something you wish you could just earn a living doing, like maybe sitting in a park, like whatever it is, okay? And I want you to change the way you think about content on the internet. It's not just social media, okay? I want you to imagine the game Farmville. Let's imagine there's a simulating Farmville where everyone has their own little farms, and everyone in the game is, you can buy a little plot of land, grow whatever crops you want to grow, and then other players can come to your farm and buy crops from you. And there's like hundreds and thousands of these farms, and everyone has their own unique little crops. And you can see the data of what kind of crops people are looking for. You can also see whether people are coming to buy your crops. And what if I told you that no matter what crop you're going, there's probably 1,000 other people out there that want to buy your crops? And that's how you should see the internet. It's like this little simulated version of real life where your website is your little farm. So wouldn't it make sense to take your identity or your personality and purchase it online, like your little Farmville? So what I'm talking about is a domain. You want to buy a domain, whatever brand personality you want. It makes sense to invest. It costs like $10 a year to have your own domain, whether it's your personal name like gooberstudios.com, or it's your little brand name like littlebrushes.com, and you can own that for $10 a year. So it makes perfect sense that if you're going to bank on yourself as a scrappy entrepreneur to go buy your own website, at least own the name, and then you can make your own website, which costs on average about $30 a month. You can probably bring it down if you learn more about websites, but on average it's about $30 a month. You have your own website, and which is your farm, your little Farmville. And then on the website, your crops that you're gonna grow is the content, the media, whether it's audio, video, text, whatever kind of media you want on that website. Those are your crops. Why? Because how people find your crops is through search. Okay? How else are they gonna find you? They're either gonna use voice search, or they're gonna use text. I don't know if there's such a thing as video search. I mean, people can take a picture and send it to Google and it looks for stuff like that, but you get the idea. So search intent is how people are gonna find your crops. So so it makes sense to make media that people can find you for. Now, you don't want to think too much about algorithms and what people are searching for, because again, you're making your own crops, and the whole point of this is to grow your own crops and people come to you for your crops. So point is, media is how people will find you. And now we have language models and AI that's crawling the web and looking for it. Right now it's text-based AI. It's becoming audio and video soon. So you producing media on your own platform is the number one way to preserve your brand presence, your personal brand. And that's the beauty about having a brand, is you dictate everything. It's your ecosystem, it's your world, it's your farm, it's your portal. Right now I'm talking to you through my portal, and you're receiving it from your side. And this and by creating messaging, communication, media is how you're going to transfer data to reach billions of people around the world. Anyone with a smartphone has access to search engines. And with those search engines, whatever they're looking for, they can find you if you have the best crops, right? So how would you know if people are looking for your stuff? If people are finding you, right? If because you think you're like a snowflake, but you're actually not. No matter how unique you are, the more universal it is. And I know this from fact because I use this account as like for shit posting. And no matter how quirky it gets, I still get people that are just like me, or they resonate with the message, and you get like a list of followers starting to, no matter how quirky you are. You think you're unique, but there's probably 1,000 other people who like your shit. So the point is to just make whatever you want in terms of media or products, and then you list it on your website as media, right? Because that's how people find you. It's just the access point. It doesn't have to all be digital. You can have physical products, and then you're on your website. It's they're purchasing the order for you to send it to them. And what are they purchasing? They're clicking on the text and the picture or the video of your product or your service, etc. So that, I'm derailing here. Point is, if people are finding you, it means there's people actually looking for what you're making. And I guarantee you there's always going to be people looking for what you're making. The question is, how big is that audience, right? Which dictates how much you can make. And also, can people find you? Are you making it easy for people to find you? Or are you not crawling the web properly? You want your website to be crawlable. Now, some people will say this is outdated, this is super competitive. I'll tell you right now, it is not. I think we're at the cusp of the golden era of freedom platforms, because right now I'm personally experiencing where I had this business and we bought the domain, and then GoDaddy, which hosts your domain, even though you paid for it, they can just take it from you and give it to someone who claimed a trademark issue or whatever, so you don't fully own it. And you also have websites, they're hosted by WordPress, Wix, Shopify. You think you own, you put your sweat equity into this website, and then they can just nuke it just like that. You know, you saw with Andrew Tate, like they can close your website. Alex Jones, they can ban you your bank accounts, they can take your Stripe. I mean, if like Stripe and PayPal can choose not to take your money, then these websites will also choose not to allow you to host content on their servers. Search engines can choose not to crawl your website. So it's not absolute freedom in the digital sense, which is why I think the golden era of digital freedom platforms is still coming. Whether there's going to be blockchain websites and blockchain domains where you own your own serverless or decentralized server websites, maybe I'll be the first to make that, I don't know. That hasn't even happened yet, but imagine it is like that, or that's coming, and you're prepared for it, and you're creating this little portal in the giant sphere of the internet. We're only scratching like 10% of it. There's a whole dark web that search engines don't crawl, and you looking at the website through search engines, which is just a medium. Search engine is just one vehicle to find things. But if you truly knew how to surf the web, and like, for example, accessing the dark web, I'm not saying you should, but I'm just saying there's like a whole other access points we have no access to. So the future of digital farming is that. And by you claiming your own digital presence and starting today, and the fact that it costs $10 a year for a domain, $35 a month for a website, and then from there you can just add into it day by day, month by month, week by week, whatever it is, you can commit to it and chip away at it slowly and surely, and write blog posts about what you want, make videos about what you want, and eventually start learning the systems to make people reach you, which you're going to learn as you produce it. What matters is first being as creative as you can. Make your website. It's your ecosystem. It's your world. You're basically creating a little multiverse or universe on the web that's yours, purely yours. And how you monetize that is also up to you. Okay, I'm not going to talk about monetization today, but I'm sure I would say forget about monetization for now and just find your voice and creating content for your website, and then think about, okay, well, now you're getting traffic. Now maybe people are hitting you up on emails, and that's what I'd really encourage you to do, is build an email list. That's the second part. So first, you're creating content around your vibe and your ecosystem. Then you're getting leads because people are finding your stuff and they're interested, and you make it easy for them to subscribe to your email list, so that now you have their emails. Out of the 10,000 people that visit a website, maybe you got like 200 emails, and now you can send an email every time you launch a new website or product for those that are like your stuff so much and vibe with your message so much that they want to hear from you. Like, they're like, hey, I want to know every time this guy posts something, here's my email. And eventually, if they really love you, they give you their phone number when they buy a product or a service from you, because they need a more one-on-one thing. And then with that tribe list, now you actually have a newsletter, or a tribe list, as I like to call it, that you can communicate to. It's like a little community of farmers and who want to buy your crops. And now you can start thinking about monetization. You can monetize sooner. I'm not saying you can't. I'm just giving you the macro picture. 200 people, 1,000 people want to hear from you. If you have a product that's $5, it's $5K. If you have a 10,000 list, that's 50,000. Now suddenly you're earning 50 grand a year doing something you never thought anyone would ever pay you to do. And you can just build on it time over time, and you're being the source. And then you can use social media to leverage attention. So you can now take your most successful stuff and build social media, because social media is easy way to reach people faster. Because the thing is with social media, why it's so good is because everyone is on there. A lot of people are spending most of their time on social media, which is why people keep telling you make content on social. That's where the eyeballs are at. But the moment it shifts to something else, well, then social media won't be as hot. And you should only view social media as just another leverage to your source, to your website, because that builds over time and it compounds. Social media can get nuked. That's the problem. So I don't take my Instagram so seriously anymore, because I've seen it get nuked. I've seen organic reach get nuked. I've seen me put a lot of sweat equity into Instagram, and then because of some update, now I'm only reaching 10% of my audience. Like, what? How? Like, I have to pay to keep my posts in front of people. Whereas with websites, you're getting search engine traffic, which means as long as people are looking for that specific thing, doesn't matter how long, you'll still keep getting traffic. And this is still hot. I wrote an article 3 months ago or 4 months ago for a competitive keyword, and for 3 months nothing happened. I didn't get traffic. Now suddenly I'm getting sales. That one article in May produced me like $200+ in revenue. Only started making money like late April, beginning of May, And it took 4 months of like silence. I thought it didn't work. I'm like, yeah, it's probably too competitive. And then it worked. And the reason I'm good at this, it's like right now, number 4 on Google for that keyword. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I've had articles hit number 1, but for this latest article, I wanted to check out how this strategy is versatile. I'm like, can it work for this business? Can it work for this part? And I tried it. And the reason I knew it would work, because I looked at the keyword, I looked at the competition online of the search results, and I'm like, these guys don't know marketing. They know it at a surface level. They don't know it at a deep level. And I'm like, I think I can destroy this. And I got humbled. Nothing happened. 4 months later, now it's making money and it's climbing up the ranks. I guarantee you, in a couple of months, it'll probably be the number 1 search result, and that 200 a month will probably be like 2,000 to 3,000 a month. Hopefully, we'll see. But you get the point. I went a little too deep on the whole keyword thing and monetization, but this is giving you the overall picture of creating your own little Farmville. It's very practical, very attainable, and monthly costs. Anyone can do. Okay, if you can smoke a joint, you can pay for your own website. If you can order a burger on DoorDash, that's one order on DoorDash is a monthly website subscription. Okay, that's you putting skin in the game for your name in the online sphere. You don't want to miss this out. Okay, at some point, like I said, visualize the life you want, and I'm telling you, it's possible through a website. But you gotta really make that website you. And then you have to produce content smart for yours, like authentically, and then think about how people can reach you, and then have systems in place to collect a tribe list, because you're doing them a favor. They want to subscribe to your stuff, so you make it easy for them to do so. And from there, you can think about how to monetize. It doesn't matter if you have a physical business, offline business, you should still have a website and your brand identity. It doesn't even have to relate to your business. It can be, again, you and your quirkiness. That's what I'm trying to get to you here. And this channel is a testament of that. We're almost at 400 subscribers. I've been shit posting. I've been making wacky stuff. And the fact it's hitting 400, I'm like, okay, I guess people just resonate. This was the hypothesis of this channel the entire time, is I'm just gonna upload quirkiness that I think is for me. And I kept field testing that, and I'm starting to see, okay, results are coming in. So I made a website, bought Goober Studios, and now I'm posting stuff on there, and I'm starting to get traffic from search engines. And yeah, it just works because it makes sense. This is what the internet is. It's Farmville on a global scale. And you can make it as fun and as creative as you want. It doesn't have to be serious. Forget all the gurus. It doesn't have to be serious. You will be your own guru. You will be in a lane of your own. It'll be a 1-to-1 in a lane of your own, a league of your own. And this is from Hugh Hefner. I got this idea from Hugh Hefner. I've kind of already known it from before, but Hugh Hefner, the founder of Playboy magazine, is when I watched his documentary and I saw that this guy purely from the get-go started a lifestyle business that was purely created for him. He did it because he wanted a magazine that was tailored for his taste and style, because there was none. He's like, these are cool. I love these magazines. But what about one that talks about exactly what I want? And it turns out there was hundreds of thousands of other readers who liked that. And it went from a magazine to an agency to everything. So just think about that, but on online marketplace. Why? Because anyone with a smartphone, which is billions of people around the world, even in Africa they have Android phones, with electricity they have access to the web. So you can reach people in Africa, you can reach people in the goddamn Amazon. We have Starlink now. People in the Amazon have high-speed Wi-Fi, probably faster than yours. You can reach everyone as long as they have a smartphone. This is the portal to the digital twin of our world, and you can own a space in that, hopefully, with this whole blockchain stuff. So I hope this got through to you. Leave a comment if you have any questions, and stay frosty, guys. This is the future. Goober Studios checking out.